Welcome back to our new cooking show. Just kidding. But we are cooking today.
But it's still
that time of the night. But standing, so we could be more fun.
But standing.
And you guys get to see the full video now.
Yes, we're posting the videos on YouTube.
Yeah, you asked, we listened. We're doing it.
People were clamoring.
God,
they're like, just
show us your tits,
your hot, sexy faces for a straight hour. We need to see
all
it.
We want.
So we're nothing if not givers,
God.
and this is for you.
This is for you. So today new thing we're doing is just doing things. So yeah, we're gonna make pizza today.
We're making pizza today, folks. We're making a sweet and a savory, and we encourage you to pizza along with us if you'd like. And
we'll still do our normal gab. We'll dish.
We'll talk about movies.
Yeah.
And friendship
and sports. And we'll also get this open somehow.
Maybe not. First step. Do we need scissors?
I think so.
I kind of just slid mine up the top.
Ooh.
You just roll it on up all the way to the tip.
Ooh.
You start at the tip. You roll to the base. It's been a while.
I was just going to say, that came very natural for you. Ooh, there we go. Okay.
We don't actually need both open yet, but that's okay.
Yeah. Are we just doing it on here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some flour sprinkled.
So you may have noticed, this is I'm going to call this episode 11. Episode 10 is the lost episode.
Episode 10 is the reason why I probably should have moved my therapy appointment up a week.
Episode 10 was a trip, literally.
Yeah.
And there were some gems in there. Unfortunately, no one will ever see it because of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Maybe someday it'll come to surface somehow.
She gone. That's okay. We'll call this episode 11, and for the people who get it. The people who don't.
Yeah. What's your strategy for pizza making? Are you
I do have much experience, actually. For those of you who don't know, my second job ever was at Papa Murphy's. I didn't have to actually do this, but I don't know.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
I think the goal is to make a round shape and to toss it as high as you can.
Oh, I'm not going to toss it very high. I thought about it, didn't love the idea. I don't know. We're just going to do this. So my second job was at Papa Murphy's, and my best friend in high school, her brother was the assistant manager there.
Mm-hmm.
So basically we just walked in. She was like, you need to have a job. And I was a senior in high school, and I was like, I don't want a fucking job. My parents don't think I need a job. And she, for whatever reason, thought I needed a job. And she's like, let's just go in there. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I talked to the manager, and she was like, you're hired. You're starting on whatever day. And I was like, I don't want a job. I was like, what do you mean I'm starting there?
Like, I didn't actually want this.
I was like, I didn't want this. My parents weren't forcing me to get a job.
My parents didn't force me to get a job either. When I got my first job, I just did it.
Yeah. And so I started there. And, it was after school. And I remember, one of the big things was, I remember driving there because it was maybe a 15-minute drive, 15, 20 minutes. And I remember just falling asleep on my way there, literally falling asleep.
What time was it?
After school. I don't know. I'd have to get there at 5 or something.
Yeah.
After school. But I was just literally falling asleep at the wheel. I remember being so tired.
Were you malnourished? Why were you so tired?
I don't know. I was just so tired. I think that's a good.
I think it needs to be a little bigger.
A little bigger.
Bigger. Papa.
Oh my God, that smells so good. The sauce, guys.
The sauce. It does smell good.
So yeah, that was my second job. What was your first or second job?
My first job was at Pollock Tempe Cinemas, the discount theater.
Did you see how like influencers are trying to market it as like a?
They're like this cool hip hidden gem.
Hidden gem.
I'm like, oh, okay. You mean where I was sexually harassed on a daily basis and cleaned up vomit and yeah. No, it was a crappy job, but right. I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I was a bit overqualified compared to my coworkers.
It was high school. No one's qualified.
Yeah. But they were like impressed that I did the math right in the interview. And like it was
the math for what?
They're like, if a family of 2 parents and 5 kids comes in on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays were
right
$2 instead of $3. Like,
ooh,
how much would they spend? And I'm like,
they're surprised you did that math right.
And I said $14, and they're like, that was really fast. Did like someone give you the answers ahead of time?
You're like, no, it's simple math. Thank you.
I was like, no, I did 2 + 5 × 2, and then that we're here.
It's a little bigger, but it might.
You know who worked there with me? Many people. First, it was me and Sarah.
Yeah,
we applied together and got hired together. Oh, my first day of like orientation was like my first time being hungover.
Nice. Why were you We'll get back to that story.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we should do first drinking experience. Mine's fun.
Yeah. It was not my first time drinking, but like being hungover. It was my first day of work there. It was like the last week of high school. But who else worked there? Tommy worked there.
Yeah.
And people you don't know. But like Dylan, you remember him? He was one of the managers. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember. Why was he a thing when I came back?
Why would we talk about him? Flirted.
Right, I remember that, but was it still a thing?
We just hadn't. Yeah.
Because you weren't still working there when I came back.
No, I was. Because I worked there this summer after high school. I quit when college started, and then I went back winter break. And then I just stayed, and
what year?
So this is freshman year. You're still not there.
No. I want to know what year.
2015.
Yeah.
I worked there in the summer. I went back in winter of 2015, supposedly only for winter break, but then I ended up staying on for weekends, and I worked weekends.
That's Nunzio's time.
That spring and summer. And then I had probably quit by the time you got there, but I was still like in communication with people.
Okay, so that's why.
So
I was like, why would we be talking about him if it was a? But okay, because the middle is gonna be a little thinny.
Yeah, I think the edge needs some.
Well, the edge is
some spread. Guys, how do you make pizza?
We didn't even look up directions, guys.
It's gonna be like flatbread shaped.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. What? Did I fuck it up?
No, I just the outside seems the same.
Okay.
I think this is what it'll just be.
It looks so good. Oh my God. Perfect. Okay. The hard part's gonna come when we have to put this on the stone.
Thing.
Although it's probably heated up if we want to just do it on there now.
You're not gonna put that on here?
I'm gonna put it on this thingy.
Okay.
So here.
Okay.
It's good. Okay, let me slide it over. And we can try and make it fit. I'll hold this end.
Spread her open.
What was your actual first job?
My actual first job was at Candid Color, a photography company in Oklahoma City, where my parents met, actually. So that's cute. This time, oh shit. A hole. This was the summer before my senior year of high school. And my mom was actually like, you need to get a job. I was like, Mom, I don't want a job. And she was like, well, you're going to start working at Candid Color. I was like, Mom, I don't want to start working at Candid Color.
Yeah.
Because it was
Why
the
do you think
summer.
your mom wanted you to get a job?
I don't know. We'll have to ask
Were you
her.
like,
I was just like
throwing parties and hoeing it up, and she's like, get this girl off the street.
No, I wasn't. This was before I threw the party, because you know how I paid for all the alcohol? This job.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, thanks for telling me to get a job. Now I can buy drugs and alcohol.
Get a job. I do what Ned does.
Now I have to drink because of the daily work grind.
Yeah. And it was just like the summer. So
my
last summer as a child, she finally was like, you need a job. So I go and work there. Mind you, it's like a 40-minute drive from our house also. So it's like waking up early. I don't remember how early I had to be there. But I was like just editing pictures, which I had done my whole life because my parents were photographers and had a photography company. And I would be at home and just edit pictures. Football, basketball, all the high school my brother and sister went to. My parents took all their sports pictures. So I almost
you can if you want, just don't put it back in there.
Okay. So I was basically just editing pictures. No one really like checked in on me, and my mom's friend that she also met there still worked there, and this other guy, and they would talk to me, and I'd get lunch and eat in my car and then go there. No one would really talk to me. And then I'd leave.
Sounds fun.
It was really boring. I just sat there all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I made like $500. I
was gonna ask, what was your hourly?
Oh, I don't remember.
My hourly at Pollock Tempe Cinemas was like $8.35.
It was probably something like that. I think I made a total of $500 this summer. So I used the money to pay for alcohol for the party that I threw, which was the first one that my sister chaperoned this one. This was during football season. I think it was right after homecoming.
Did your sister buy the alcohol?
No. Jordan wouldn't buy me alcohol. She was like, I'm not doing that for you guys. The cheese tax.
The cheese tax. The cheese tax.
You know there's like no dairy in Parmesan?
There's no like lactose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the
safe ones.
Lactose friendly. But what about mozzarella?
I think it do be having lactose. Okay, this is our which one?
This is our savory.
Savory.
So we got to do some pineapple and some prosciutto, and then I think we put the arugula on
the rocket
afterwards.
Okay. So we're just gonna sprinkle some of you guys on
this
here.
Looks so friggin' good.
I know, I'm excited. So yeah, that was my first job at Candid Color. And then I didn't actually work there the whole summer. My last day was, or my last whatever it was right before I left for, because I went to West Virginia that summer. So I stopped working because I went out there for like, I don't know, 10 days. John, you're listening. What was it? 10 days a week? I don't know. So yeah, I went out there. I think I told my mom I didn't have any money and she'd have to give me some because I was keeping my money for alcohol. But yeah, so those are our first and second jobs. So yeah, so should we do first drunk or hungover story?
Yeah.
I also need more wine.
Drink up wine. Are we out of the white?
Yes.
Whoa!
Prosciutto tax. You gotta pay the prosciutto tax everywhere you go.
I think for video effect, we should use my aerator. Bigger glass?
Okay.
So I got this at Goodwill. It's a wine aerator.
Why did I think you had a bigger one?
I have an actual decanter.
Okay.
Which is the big thing you put it in. But I'm not going to use that. Technically, you can put this over the decanter and pour the wine in, and then it double aerates.
Let's do it.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to just hold it. But let's open this bad boy up. I'd like to... Oh, wait. I'm going to wait till we have wine. And then I would like to make a toast.
Toasted his ass.
Toast.
And this is why we're recording for you guys. So we can be our true selves. Unedited.
That's right, guys. I don't shave my pits.
Coming to you live from not shaving your pits.
So suck it. Okay. This is a Tempranillo. Give me
What do you want
your
me to
wine
hold?
glass.
Up like
Right.
this?
Yeah, but let's so the camera can see the wine going through the thingy boo.
Okay.
There we go. Ready?
Yeah. It's like Sunsplash.
Whee!
Ooh.
You know what it reminds me of actually is like Polly Pocket.
Oh my gosh. Dude, were we fucking Polly Pocket hoes?
Polly Pocket bitches.
That's pretty cool. So teach us, what is this doing?
It is
Unless you don't know that we could skip this.
it's mixing oxygen into the wine so that the flavors are better. That is as technical as I can get.
And we don't fact check, so that is correct.
That's right.
There's one thing we're not going to do.
It probably won't. It just kind of gets stuck. Yeah. Do. If there's one thing we are going to do, it's make bold claims with no background information.
And drink wine while we do it. This is what you get, guys. We're doing this for you. Oh, I made this for you. You guys missed so much on the unaired episode, honestly.
All right. I'm going to suck it out of the bottom.
Okay, ready? Let me hold this, and then you're going to just... Okay. This is yours.
Thank you.
This is mine.
Cheers.
What was your toast?
Oh, I will tell you.
Oh, I can taste the oxygen.
Right? This is a toast to Aaron and Nick for being homos. Congratulations, new homos.
Yay. And in our friend group, that just means you bought a house.
Yeah.
Unless you're this one, who is a homo.
Double homo.
Double homo.
Double homicide. Okay.
All right.
This cheese is already starting to melt.
That's good.
Bottom.
Yeah. Is that a confession?
It might be. Bitch, I don't know.
I know. This is cute, though.
Thank you. I got it as
Arizona?
a housewarming gift.
Oh, from who?
I think it was from Nicole, who was not at the party. She gave it to me.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
I'll put that there for now if you want to.
Some more flour.
Yeah, I rolled the first one. You
I'll
can
roll this one. I'll roll this joint.
Yeah, this is getting all in my nails.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do first drunk.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a few instances because there's, I don't know exactly. Were you guys like my parents where they just started giving you alcohol? Like,
We'll give you some wine if you drink it in the house. Rather you do it at home.
So,
Do you mean did I get violently drunk off of Strawberritas?
oh my God.
Which I'm pretty sure they don't make those anymore. If they did, I would never drink them again. At my parents' house, at the pool. This was
what
BB.
age?
This is BB before Barn. High school,
Yeah.
17, 18.
Well, my parents started
It already
giving us
smells
wine
so good.
at like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And like servers at that point had started what?
Just scoop.
Oh, sorry. Started like being like, and a glass for you, and I'd be like,
Like,
yes,
yeah.
and then they'd be like, no. But
Never
my
out in like
first-
public. No.
my first time that I actually remember like drinking to get drunk was at my junior prom,
Yeah.
and my boyfriend we went and got slushies, and
Ooh. What blue ras?
it gotta be.
Yeah,
Gotta be
gotta
blue
be
rasp.
blue. If there's ever a flavor, it's blue rasp.
Yeah. And then he had acquired some raspberry Smirnoff.
Oh, Smirnoff. Was Smirnoff everybody's first drink?
First alcohol.
Let us know.
Yeah, raspberry Smirnoff. So we mixed that into the slushies, and fully was drunk during photos in front of my mom.
Shut up. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean,
Does she know that now?
No.
We should tell her.
She knows now.
She doesn't listen.
So it was a little sloshed for photos, and I think you can see it a little in my eyes. But
okay, send me so I can post those. That's funny.
Although I did love that dress. That was a good dress.
We can talk about prom dresses too.
Yeah. And then we went to Shane's house because he's rich.
I don't think I've ever actually met Shane. Well,
you definitely met
when
Shane.
we played volleyball in high school, maybe. But other
and
than that,
hanging out with like Grant in the summer. I remember
who was the other guy there? Was that him?
It was Shane.
Okay.
The four of us like going to CVS and like getting ice cream.
Okay,
like,
so he was the other guy.
I'm pretty sure. Sometimes it might have been Ian, but
definitely it was Ian.
One time it was Shane.
Yeah, because we like follow each other on like social media, but I feel like I've only really met him like maybe once or twice. But that summer, if he was there, you mean he was playing Secret Agent?
Is that what we were doing
that summer?
Yeah, perhaps. I think that's probably
Secret Person, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
be inclusive.
Well, it's like the three people who even know what that is you, me, and Mal. Because Agent is just... Anyways, sorry. You're getting drunk for the first time.
Then we went to Shane's, had dinner. Then we went to prom. My boyfriend forgot to bring the tickets. But he was in student council, and they just let us in.
They made such a big deal about having to have your tickets at prom.
Fucking tickets. They did make it a big deal, so we were like, "Fuck, we don't have the tickets.
Right.
We got to go talk to them, and we're drunk."
Oh no!
I let him do all the talking.
Good.
He was like, "No, not me."
Is this your junior prom?
It's my junior prom.
So he's a senior.
He's a senior, and it was at the Phoenix Art Museum. And Mal was there because she was dating Brennan, and he was a senior.
Right, so she... What a time.
So, yeah. Talked to several teachers while drunk.
That's so funny. What is our base for
threw
this
my
one?
ass back in the middle of the dance floor.
Let me in!
Just ass over head. Like a true whore. And...
Oh, I just like miss grinding, man.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Who was I just asking about? I was like, did you guys grind at your dances?
No, I saw like a video. A video. I just saw recently a video where it's like older people our age were like asking younger people, like, did you guys like grind at dances? And they're like, no. I'm like, man, you're missing out.
What do you do then?
Okay, so I remember my freshman year of high school, we had a winter formal. I had never like gone to a dance before. This was my first dance. And I remember like FaceTiming my friend Kendall, who we went to middle school together, but she went to a different high school. And I was like, I don't know how to grind. And we were like FaceTiming, and I was like, she's like, just, and I was like this. And she was like, that's it. And I was like literally FaceTiming her. And she's like, that's it, bitch.
There's like no wrong way to put your butt on a teenage boy's dick.
No.
They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah. I was very worried about it.
I was like,
something on my shoe.
Thought it was like, bad, so I like didn't want to do it.
And you're such a loser.
I know.
I was like, I can't wait to just.
Well, I think we need to consider the fact that I didn't know I was gay, and maybe that had something to do with it.
Oh, that's a good point.
But
that makes. Well, I'm sorry. That makes sense.
I'm like, why would I want to put my butt on his dick?
Yeah.
Like, anyways.
Those are the two genders, us right here.
I want to put my butt on his dick.
But on not dick.
Anyways, my boyfriend's friends were like, oh, come on, like, grind on him. Whatever. This is at a different dance, by the way.
Yeah,
let me get back
fine.
to...
Yeah. No.
Actually, I think that's a bit... Oh, no, there is more to this story from junior prom. So afterwards, bubble in the... Feel this bubble. Don't lick it.
Yeah.
It's a nice bubble.
Oh, this says 30 seconds.
Oh, it's finally at 4:75.
Oh, you... What?
Guys, how come no one told her?
What the hell, guys? I got
I think
shit
it
all
needs
over.
another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And Tay needs a wipe down. Matt, if anyone wants to volunteer for the wipe down, she's currently single.
Okay, so afterwards,
Queso.
me and my boyfriend and Charles and his girlfriend hung out in the park across the street.
You know, one day we're gonna have to talk about the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get a diagram out. The four of us hung out in the park across the street from my boyfriend's house, and we're smoking weed.
Didn't he leave you there?
No, he fucking like passed out.
Yes.
He was so high.
Yes, and you had to like.
I like dragged him back across the street.
Oh my God. You have never been more gay than in that moment.
I dragged him inside, and then he was like throwing up from like alcohol poisoning, and I was like crying because I'm like, do I need to call an ambulance? And he's just like passed out.
Oh my God.
And that was our night. But
So
it was really fun before that.
Yeah, so that's your first hungover.
No, I actually wasn't hungover that time.
Okay, first drinking.
That's my first drink.
Okay, my first drinking is when I lived in West Virginia. So I was a sophomore in high school. And I feel like we were at the football game. Me, my friend Sarah, and my other friend Taylor. I think we were at the football game, and we went back to Taylor's house. And they were both older than me. They were both 2 years older than me. And we picked up Smirnoff Ice at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And we went back to Taylor's house. And we just like, it was just us three and Taylor's younger brother. But I don't think he was drinking because he was like in middle school.
Yeah.
I mean, it is West Virginia. But we just like went back to her house, and we went back to her house and just drank the Smirnoff Ice and played beer pong. And this was my first beer pong experience too.
Wow.
And we were playing, and we got down to the end to the redemption shot, and I fucking hit that shit, and we had it on video.
Hell yeah.
But there were like a lot of funny quotes because they kept taking videos, and I was like, I don't need the paparazzi here.
Guys,
look at this shit. That looks so fucking bomb. Oh my God, guys. This is just delicious.
Look at that shit.
Delicious.
Here, put it in here. It'll kind of keep warm.
Is this gonna? Oh,
no. This is off. It'll be okay. It's a little thin.
Here, you grab that side.
Mamma mia.
Oh, okay.
That's a thin pizza crust. Sorry, Italians.
We're gonna have to tell the Italian story too.
Yeah.
Which, has nothing to do with us being in Italy, actually.
Nope.
Okay, so we'll scooch on over. And then that way. Okay, so.
Do you want me to make this while you tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're drinking at my friend Taylor's house in West Virginia. And I played beer pong for the first time. That's basically it. I hit the redemption shot. I said something about there not needing to be any paparazzi. But that's basically it. And then we passed out in her living room, and I don't think I was hungover that next day either. But the second time I got drunk was my very last night living in West Virginia. Mm-hmm. And I was still a sophomore then. And we went to someone's house.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I've had this scoop.
I know. Since that summer. That summer, yeah. That I came out here.
Brant and Shane.
Yeah.
So like
16.
14, 15 years. Yeah.
That second time I got drunk, I feel like we were at Creed's house.
Creed Bratton?
No. Fuck. What is Creed's first name? Oh my gosh. That was his last name. That's what we called him. And we just were like drinking out. There was like a fire. We ended up driving. I think we drove to literally Walmart that night. Sarah had this like convertible car, so it was like top down, and we went to Walmart drunk. And then I think we stayed the night at Sarah's house, and then my mom picked me up in the morning. We literally were driving to Oklahoma that day.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was a good time.
That story reminds me of summer 17 vibes.
Our 2-week drunk fest, you mean?
Yeah.
In summer 2017. I think so fondly of 2017. It was so fun.
Do you guys have was 2017 like a weird high spot in your life? Because it seems like,
you know how people talk about summer 2016? I don't feel that same way about summer 2016, but I feel like summer 2017 was so much better. Because it's just...
I would agree.
Yeah.
I don't even remember summer 26. Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
That's the summer I moved back.
I went to France and Germany.
Oh, no.
And New Jersey and New York.
More wine, please.
More wine. Must have the oxygen. Water. Okay, so then the first time I was hungover was when I was orienting for my first job at the discount theater.
What does orienting mean?
Like getting trained.
Oh, why didn't you just say that?
Because it's like first day orientation. I don't know. That's what they call it. I remember chugging Gatorades to try to stop feeling hungover. But the night before, I had gone with my boyfriend, who was at that time in college, and I was a senior in high school. We went to a music people's party of college kids. There was a keg. And
you mean like the first 2 years I was back? That's all we did too.
Yeah, it was like that.
It was
except
like that.
I was still in high school.
Yeah,
and nobody wanted me there.
What?
I mean, that's what it felt like.
I think.
But I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And Fuad was there.
Of course.
And
everyone's favorite piano player.
Yeah, hit another hidden gem.
Right. You saw that TikTok? They're like, oh my God, guys, I just stumbled upon the coolest thing in Arizona. And it was fucking low key.
Yeah.
The coolest thing in Arizona, guys.
I know, they're like, I've been around the country and this is the best place for adults only to hang out.
Yeah. I was like, shut the fuck up. It's just, trust me, I love low-key.
I do too, but it's a piano bar for college kids.
Exactly.
It's not the coolest place
in the country. It's not the coolest thing. It's just low-key. She's like,
it's just low-key.
Girl.
Yeah, he was there. And I was already throwing up at the party. And then I remember sitting on the couch talking to
a good one too.
Him and his date.
Another one.
And then Josh drove me home and I brought a red Solo cup in the car and I was throwing up in the cup.
It. She don't change, folks.
He brought me back to my parents' house and brought me inside and I don't remember any of this, but he's and then you just got completely naked and then went to sleep.
Maybe she's not gay. Just kidding.
The fact that I got all the way naked and then just went to sleep maybe says I am.
Yeah.
Can you open this?
Yeah.
Well, with your nails, my hands are just wet. I'm gonna get a knife.
Yeah, we need a knife.
So that was it was a keg that did me.
We need a knife.
Okay.
Or something. So that's so funny. That makes me think of my first prom. So the first prom I went to, I was a sophomore when I was in Oklahoma, and my boyfriend went to a different school. So we went to his.
Sure he did.
I know.
He just goes to another school.
Yeah.
The promise is real.
So we went to his prom. I swear to God. So he was a senior. It's his senior prom. We were there for maybe 10 minutes. And then we left and we went to his best friend's house and to this party.
Wait, which prom was this?
My sophomore.
Sophomore.
It was his senior. So we were there for maybe 10 minutes. Did I ever tell you that he dated my cousin?
No.
Me? I found that out after, okay, anyways.
I don't know if I knew you had cousins your same age.
So she is my dad's stepbrother's daughter. Who she's my cousin.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, let me start with this first. So, we were at prom for maybe 10 minutes. We danced to one song, and this is my first
fast song or slow song.
Fast, I think. This was my first prom experience, and I swear to God, we were there for 10 minutes. We left and went to his best friend's house for the party, and this is my first Oh shit. Is it? I think this is my first hypnotic experience.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not, because I had hypnotic in this is high school. Yeah, I think this was my first hypnotic experience. And I remember I went to go to the bathroom and I threw up all over this bathroom.
This is someone's house?
This is someone else's house. And I've been to this house before because we would hang out with his friend quite a lot at that house. And I threw up all over this bathroom. And I remember being in there for so long trying to clean it up. Like I threw up all over the bathroom. And I was trying to clean it up. And I remember him not like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And I tried to clean it up. And I cleaned it up as best as I could. And I came back out in the living room. And the friend's mom was like, is everyone okay? Like, it seems like somebody threw up in the bathroom and they tried to clean it up. And I was like, it was
friend's mom?
Yeah, she was, cool. Probably shouldn't have been letting us do this. But
she's like, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing it in the house. But who the fuck threw up everywhere?
Yeah, she was like, is who is it? And I was like, it's not me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. And then I was like, because, my parents gave me like a curfew and it was past it already. And I was like, I need to go home. Like, yeah. I have to be home tonight. I'm fucking 15, And so
Your friend's mom's like, loser.
So, and I kept telling, I was like, you need to stop drinking because you need to take me home. That's what it was. He wasn't my boyfriend yet. I was like, but you need to stop drinking because you have to drive me home. Mm-hmm. Like, I have to get home. I don't know how to get home because this is like, before Uber, and I wasn't going to call my parents.
Yeah.
My sister wasn't living there yet. So he drove me home, and then I thought he was going to ask me to be his girlfriend at some point that day and night.
Yeah.
Instead, he drops me off and then texts me and says, oh yeah, like I was gonna ask, but then like didn't, but like, do you want to like be my girlfriend?
Nice, cute, romantic.
I know. And I was like, yeah. And that's who I lost my virginity to.
Hey, and we could tell that story another time.
Yeah, it's not a great story.
No, we don't need to tell that story.
So yeah, that was another one of my first drinking experiences.
My first time going to a party in high school was, I guess it was the year after. So I must have been a senior then. And it was like a risky business themed party.
Yeah.
But they called it like office hoes and CEOs. Because of course the women have to be hoes and the men are just normal. Right? Because that's every party theme.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But I was so nervous about being there. Why? That I just because I didn't want to get caught.
She's not fun, folks. I'm just kidding.
I was in high school, and yeah, I was not fun. Well, I did some things, but I also was very hesitant to do things because of how I was raised.
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
But I was so nervous the whole time I was there. I was drinking Coors Lights.
I won't even drink. Like, I remember drinking for the first time, and I was like, I don't fucking want beer. Like, even then, I'm like, I'm not that desperate.
That was like all that was offered to me. People, because people are like possessive of their alcohol because they're like,
yeah,
I had to do some shit to get this. Like, I'm not gonna do whatever. Yeah. Do you want to put arugula on it?
Ooh. You mean rocket?
Rocket. Anyways, I had diarrhea the whole time.
On fucking brand with this
one.
one.
Just in and out of the bathroom with anxious diarrhea. Yeah.
Damn. Dropping rocket. I like a lot of rocket, so
I like a lot of rocket.
For those of you who are uncultured, it's called rocket.
Yeah.
Everywhere else. I don't know.
Rocket.
But at least in Italy.
I think in England they call it rocket.
Yeah. I don't remember. 7 years ago today, I was on my way to London to you. 7 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Should I cut a slice?
Cut a slice. Let's go then. Maybe we should have cut and then put Arugs on it.
Can respread if we need to.
Yeah. Those are good stories.
Yeah.
We talked about our first dates and our worst dates on the
lost
episode. So you guys missed that. We'll talk about it again because I actually thought about I should have said more about the bartender. Like when he sang to me and that was awful.
And I went through all of my worst dates.
And I didn't get any
all
of it.
Of my online dates that were all terrible.
And get any footage of that.
Yeah. Okay, let me get plates.
What's that? Oh God, my fucking ass is sore, dude. From working out. She's not putting anything in her ass. Calm down, guys.
Her glutes, not her hole. I just cut it into fourths, so it's a big piece, but. Alright, say cheese.
Cheers, guys. No, like this way.
That is the same. It's literally the same as
like
yours.
the opposite of me.
Okay.
So the tips are touching.
You didn't touch tips. Tips. Okay, we're eating it. Rocket went down my boobs.
It's pretty fucking great though.
Mm-hmm. I'm not stopping. I'll get the rocket out when I'm done.
Yeah. Rocket lives there now. Enjoy this.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Pizza eating with my mouth full talking.
With my mouth full.
I got a mouthful of a rocket. What were your prom themes?
The one I went to my sophomore year, I don't remember. Junior was Egyptian.
Solid cultural appropriation.
And senior was New York.
Nice.
I think. My other two proms I didn't go. I just went with my friends. I loved my senior dress. I loved it so much. I looked
very
like
mermaidy.
I looked like a mermaid. So I started senior year like a week before. Oh shit, when was that party? The second party was like towards the end of the year. So my senior
knew that was gonna happen.
So my senior prom was closer to my second party. So at the second party, I made out with two best friends, and then I hooked up with one of them. I know. So the guy I hooked up with, like, I then liked, but we hadn't, like, talked to each other, like, the whole time we'd been, going to school together or whatever. And so this had to have been, like, a couple weeks before prom. We didn't go to prom together, but we, like, danced together at prom. Mm-hmm. So also when I was in high school, I was big into like, oh my God, like, you know how you're fucking dramatic in high school and you're like, oh, like movie moments.
Of course. So
my first movie moment was actually my junior year in high school. And I liked this guy. They actually, both these guys I'm talking about have the same name, actually. Sophomore year, he played football and I liked him. And he was like, for however many tackles I get, like, that's how many, like, times we'll kiss.
Ooh.
So
it's like, but that's it.
So we had, I think it was a scrimmage. And I like was on the field because I helped out with the football team or whatever. And he got his first tackle. And he, like, found me on the sideline and, like, pointed out one to me. And, like, that just seems like a movie moment.
That's a movie moment.
That's a movie moment. Okay, so that's my first movie moment. My second movie moment was senior year of high school at prom. And, you're, like, dancing, having fun. And then they're, like, slow song comes on. They're, like, grab somebody or whatever. I start to walk off, like, the stage. And as I'm walking off, somebody grabs my hand and, like, pulls me into, like, the slow dance. So I was like, that's the second movie moment. If you knew these people, though, Tori, if you're listening, like, for sure the first one. The first guy is movie moment. The second one, girl, we know, not movie moment. Like, it's just so funny that that's what happened. So yeah, and then I think me and him went to a party after that prom together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, folks, pizza number 2.
Here's the other one.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
And it actually still needs its basil on top.
Basil.
I also thought if it needs it, we could drizzle some
balsam.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I know. Girl, I know. And I don't think I've like had a movie moment since then.
I think you've had movie moments.
Not like that, where like in that moment you're like, this is a movie. It's because
you're in high school and it's like,
you're like, oh, everything's so dramatic. And then you're like, this is a movie moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Here it is for real.
Oh, this is the movie moment.
This is the moment in the movie where 2 best friends eat some pizza.
I didn't take a dairy pill.
Oops. Did you mean to?
No. Doesn't hurt. I can try my mind over matter.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get this second pizza going. Ooh, that's got a little hole in the crust. Special.
Ooh, little hole in the crust.
So this is a blackberry, ricotta, mozzarella, parmesan, basil.
Parmesan
pizza. Sweet pizza.
Cheers.
And dink.
Okay, this one's still a little hot.
Yeah, do we need to wait?
Sorry. No, it's okay. Yeah. We hesitated. It is, why is, oh, because it's on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let it sit here for a second.
While it's sitting, so at work this week, we had to do our safe lift training, which is just like, yes.
Ooh, I could do it. There you go, folks. I'm a PT now.
We just have to get like rechecked off on how to use the equipment that you use to lift people so that you don't have to lift people, right? So there's this one thing that's like a sling. It's a harness sling. And there's a machine that lifts you up and then you like spin them around and like sit them down somewhere else. So this guy, Al, is showing.
We should like record you doing some of your things. You remember that one time I was like, I'm so high, I can't get out of my bed. And you were just like, woof, 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 woof. And I was like, I'm up. You're like, that's what I do at work.
Interesting story about that.
Yeah.
But okay, so he's telling us about, he's just showing us how to use the equipment. Yeah. We all know how to use it, but we have to do this. And then he's like, one time I had to use this to move a dead body.
Sure.
He's like,
I love when a story starts like this.
He's like, he was working on the oncology unit and this patient's mother came in and it was like a super hot day. And she came in and she's like sweating and like pale. And they're like, do we need to like check this girl's blood pressure? Like, we need to send her to the ED. Like, is she okay? She died. She died shortly after arriving to see.
I'm sorry.
her.
This is I'm sorry. I have lost context. This happened this week?
No. He's just telling me this story.
Oh.
This happened like years ago. Like the nurses were
I was like, someone died, and you were like, I have no stories this week.
The nurses were still wearing skirts at this point in history.
Oh no.
So this is a long time ago. But okay, a lady comes in to see her son, dies like minutes later. The nurses are all in there like,
we're laughing because it's funny.
She's on the ground.
Death is funny.
They're like trying to pick her up, and then Al comes in and he's like, you guys don't have to do that. Like, we have equipment. Like, I can help you. And then they just like abandoned him. So by himself, he had to like get this old lady's dead body in a sling and like Hoyer lift her over to a chair or whatever they put her in. That's it.
Oh, folks. That ain't it.
It's funny to die at the hospital when you're not the patient.
Cheers. Okay, let's try this pizza. Is it cooled down a little?
Ooh.
A little bit. Ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I fucking love ricotta.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Folks, it's good.
We got a winner here. Ladies and gents.
Did you eat a blackberry yet?
Mm-hmm.
Was it super hot?
No.
Okay. Blackberry, underrated. I like blackberries.
It's good. I don't mind it. I wouldn't say underrated.
Blackberry is a fruit?
Mm-hmm. I think it's very much
accurately rated.
Yeah.
I think that blueberry steals some of its spotlight sometimes.
I'm a fucking hoe for blueberries.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't think they're that much. One's that much better than the other.
As a breakfast item, something blueberry. I'm a fucking goddamn hoe for a blueberry breakfast item.
A blueberry muffin.
Ugh. It's over. Anything. Blueberry muffin, pancake, blueberry in my yogurt, fucking anything. Blueberry waffle.
Every blueberry waffle.
Just kidding.
Yeah, every smoothie.
Gotta
have bloobs.
Bloobs. I love a blueberry in the morning. I'm a fucking hoe for pizza too. Dude. At one point, I was like, when I was younger, and I had realized, I was like, oh my God, like a lot of the guys I've dated, they just bring me pizza. And I was like, is my type just a man that will bring me pizza? Cause I remember like New York, like every time he came over, he just brought me pizza. And I was just like, oh my God.
You're like, well, I have to keep dating you.
I have to like, oh my God, is this why I thought I was in love with you? You bring me pizza every time we hang out. He would literally walk from the hub to that Gus's New York Pizza and then to College Town. Walk.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what is fucking taking forever? And then he'd walk in with a pizza and I was like, okay.
So that's why it lasted so long.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, that's why. I feel like he's going to come back around soon. It's been quiet for like
too quiet.
4 years.
I think your love language is acts of service.
I think my love language is food.
Just like a man in that way.
I know, sometimes I'm so manly. I don't get it.
Your gross friggin' boobs.
Fucking hate boobs.
Your tits are gross.
My tits are not gross.
Your fucking tits are gay, ma'am.
Your tits are gay!
That one's a lot darker.
Racist.
I didn't say it was bad.
I think it was probably in there for a little bit longer.
It wasn't.
I don't know.
Okay. Rapid fire. Got a list when you're done.
No.
Got to list pizza toppings, starting with A, until someone can't think of one. She's stuck on A, folks.
No, I got A. I got to think of B, though.
No, we go back and forth. So if you're A, I'm B. Don't start thinking ahead. La 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 la.
No thoughts.
I have my B and that's it. After that, who knows? Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth?
Come out of your mouth?
Come out of my mouth.
That's crazy. Is that a new trick?
Okay, we're going to list pizza toppings back and forth in alphabetical order until somebody loses, and that person will be killed.
Deal.
Go ahead.
Arugula.
Banana peppers.
Canned tomato.
Diced onion.
Egg.
Fungi. Egg. Not eggplant, just egg.
G is for G is for
Let me get my knife.
G
is for what? What is G?
G is for gorgonzola.
There she is. H is for hot peppers.
H-I. I is for not igloo.
Nope.
I is for
Murder, 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 murder. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So from now on, it'll just be me. Taylor's dead. I hope you still come back to watch the show.
Did you have an eye?
No.
This was set up.
I have no eye. No idea.
Oh my god, I'm back from the dead. It's like I'm Jesus.
Yay.
Worship me, bitches.
So we're gonna do something fun next week. What'll it be? I don't know.
But we're gonna do stuff.
Oh wait, I wanted to.
Is this new hair?
Haircut.
New hair? Little bangs?
Little bangs.
Little haircut.
Little
Ooh, girl,
haircut.
work it. You better work. Cover girl. Do your thing. On the runway, work.
Now hair to the right.
Sashay.
Shantae.
Okay, so us, as we're like literally 10 years old, listening to that song, walking down your staircase also.
Little did we know we would be such RuPaul fans in the future. I thought
Here I just thought it was Lizzie McGuire.
I know.
So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in to our new format.
Yeah. Rate, review,
Subscribe.
comment, share.
Only comment if you like it. If you don't like seeing us the whole time, suck my ass.
Keep your little fucking mouth shut. And if you can think of a topic that starts with I, let us know. Iceberg lettuce.
Damn it.
Bye.